Usually, weavers use yarn as the threads on the loom and weave back and forth with fabric to make rag rugs. I'm going to show you how to weave with fabric strips as the yarn on the loom and the strips that go back and forth. Here are a couple of mug rugs I made this way. It makes a wonderful texture, don't you think? You can use any frame loom, but if you don't have a loom yet, you can download the template to make one like this using a book as the base. Click the link in the description to get your template and instructions on how to make the loom. I'm going to use the darker fabric for the warp. Weavers call the yarn that is wound onto the loom the warp. The fabric I'm using is 100% cotton. You can use any fabric, but I always use cotton because it feels much nicer, and it's a natural fiber. First, I tear off the selvages. I'm not going to use the fabric from the selvages in the warp this time. I don't want any words showing up in the weaving. I cut the strips about 1/2 inch wide. Cutting them more narrow might work, but sometimes very thin strips can break while you're winding them onto the loom. My fabric scrap is pretty long, so the strips I tear will be nice and long, making it easy to wind them on the loom. Make sure your fabric is at least twice the length of your book loom's height. It has to wind around the loom at least once. I tape the strip to the back of the loom. I like to use painter's tape because it doesn't leave a residue, and it's easy to peel off too. The book loom template is 5 inches wide with 5 notches per inch. I want my mug rug to be about 4.5 inches wide. So I'm winding the strip 1 notch in from each side. It really doesn't matter that much how wide your mug rug is. Using the entire 5 inches of notches is fine. The fabric strip has to be able to wind around the loom at least once because the next strip is tied to it on the back side. I don't want to have any ties on the front side because they'll get in the way of the weaving. I tie them together in a square knot. That's right end over left, then left end over right. I have a video showing you how to tie a square knot. Click the link in the description area. If I was using a wood loom, it would be a bit easier because the strips would be lying inside the notches. No problem though. I just adjust them and make sure I'm winding on 5 strips per inch. Now that I'm sure my knots will land on the back side, I'm going to tie the rest of the strips together before I wind them on. If your strips are different sizes, you'll need to knot them as you wind them on. I'm finished winding and it's time to tie the first and last ends together. Don't trim your strip too short. You'll need a good length for tying the ends together. They're tied diagonally across the back side, and it's important to keep the tension as tight as possible while you tie your knot. Since I don't have a helper nearby, just my dogs, I press one of my middle fingers on the first tie while I make the second tie. It's all ready for weaving. See you in the next lesson. If you'd like to learn more about weaving, subscribe to my channel. And be sure to check out my website, The Creativity Patch. There's lots more things to learn there, and I've got some really fun weaving kits. See you there, and happy weaving!